These are new Snipes targets that just came in. The electronics on the back, which you can remove if you need to. The fronts are made out of high density foam. And let's turn that on. Oh, I think I just turned it off. There's an on. There. So there's the lights. You can have it run with or without the mobile app. The box that came in, pretty compact. Comes with a bag, charging cable, set of hockey laces, a small tripod to hold your phone. Let's get it hooked up to the net. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the system itself. Everything's well thought out, well laid out, with the springs to be able to keep it tight, but also to allow a little bit of suspension on it, to the foam pads that seem to be very secure. The lights are very light, as you can see right now. It's going through a game still. My son just got off the ice. And yeah, pretty impressed with it so far. We'll see how it holds up long term, but we've got quite a few shots on it. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 sessions on this for about half an hour, 45 minutes each time, and it's held up well. So let's take a good look at these targets. So they're made out of foam, the front faces are, and we've shot quite a few shots on these already. A lot of that's from smacking the stick into it when we're hitting it sideways. The pucks aren't really making huge dents in it. We've learned to hit the stick this way instead of this way into it. So that face there is actually polycarbonate. That's not the front of the electronics. So let's get a good look at the back of the electronics. So there's a pressure plate, or electronics is right here, and it's got a nice frame that it slides into. So I'm gonna explain how this comes out, which it's a really nice setup. You just unscrew the cap screw and slide it up. It's a little stiff, but I kind of like that it's stiff because then it doesn't come flying out. So the on-off switch is on the bottom of it, and this is the USB-C plug. So you pull all of them out, you can bring them in the house at night, and that way they don't get weathered. These I leave on. It's just winter and there's not much sun, so they're not really going to get too much UV light on them. So I've been leaving them out here, and they've been looking all right so far. I'll probably bring them in long term, but we're out in the backyard rink every day. So there's the on-off switch. It's easy to get at. You want it facing down so you don't get any water or anything. If it were like this, water and snow and dust, it will find a way in here. But this cap screw, what it's for, you screw it out, or screw it in all the way, and this little end comes out, and there's an indentation that it sits in. So even if it's smacking and moving around a lot, then it can't slide out of place. They're pretty stiff in there anyways, and then just put them in. You literally just slide it in and screw it back in. I like the total setup on this. They've really well thought out everything. I mean, everything, polycarbonate is shatterproof. It's really good. They use it in race car windshields and whatnot. The string may seem Mickey Mouse. They got some springs, but that allows you to get nice and tight at the far end. These ones are loosened up a little on me. Just the way I've done them up. I just got to retighten them, not a big deal. But you want a little bit of give in them, because then these aren't taking the total impact of the pucks. You get a little bit of suspension on them when they get hit. So I actually like them a little loose. Charging setup. So they've given you a 4-to-1 USB-C to main USB male connection. And basically just put all the targets together and plug them all in. Very easy. And you just plug this into the wall outlet for USB or into your computer, and it charges them. They're not interactive directly to the computer. Everything runs off of the app, which is nice. The batteries in them are 1500 milliamp hours. So we've used them for a couple hours outside in the cold. It was -2 yesterday. It's -8 today. And we were in the shed the garage the other day using them as well at -2. And we've only used 25%. So the batteries seem to last all right. but they're super easy to charge when you do need to charge them. You can tell what the battery life is because of the app. You go in there, once you connect to them, it'll tell you the battery life on each and every one of them separately, not just one as a whole, so you can tell if one battery, there's something wrong with it. But so far they're all exactly the same as I've been using them. I've checked them a few times. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the system so far. We've only had it less than a week, but we've put it through a pretty good test so far. We've used it almost every day in the past 4 days in the garage and out in the backyard rink. I'm hoping to use it at night soon. This weekend we'll give it a test out at night and do a video on that. I think it's going to look really cool. We've got LED lights underneath the rink here, so that shows really nice, and we've got a comet puck which glows bright red, and with these glowing, it should be a pretty cool game, pretty cool experience for the kids to play around with. Durability wise, I think they're going to last a long time. I'm really excited to see what else they have for the app. Their app it's a great start. It's got 4 games. It's interactive. You can track your shots, your reaction time. So that's all fantastic. And I'm sure as they roll things out, as they promised, they'll be having some more stuff on the app. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So if I were you, I would go out and purchase one of these. I'm happy with it so far. I can't see there being any major problems. Everything was well thought out in the design and the layout of it. So go ahead and I would approve this so far, and I'll do a follow-up video in a few months or a few weeks, and we'll see what it looks like then once we get a few hundred shots on each target. Thanks for watching, and go check out Snipes' website and you'll see how to set it up, how easy it is to set up, and how to purchase one.